Hello, everybody, and welcome to your pick a card reading. As I always say, you can set the intention that this is going to be about a particular issue. You can set the intention that this will be about your week ahead, about your day, whatever you want. Just set the intention for it. We have rose quartz and pyrite. My hands are the same color, so you can't really pick a different colored hand. But just pick pile 1 or pile 2, rose quartz or pyrite, pause and take a deep breath. And pick your pile. 3 cards came out before, and we have freedom, Mercury, and light activation. So collectively, I don't want to put the cards down because then I won't be able to pick them up. Collectively, there's a need to speak up, to speak your truth. That's how you will feel more free, because what's happening is we are being activated right now. Our light is being activated. Our purpose is being activated. And the more that you share about your purpose, and the more that you share things that are related to your purpose, the more free that you will feel. Those cards just came out. Take that message if it resonated, or leave it if it didn't. We are going to start with the rose quartz pile. And I am using the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, the Keepers of the Light Oracle, also by Kyle Gray, the Secret Language of Light, the Ascended Masters Oracle cards, and my deck, the Shits and Giggles Oracle. Quick note, these decks are used in my spiritual team reading. So if you're wanting to find out what Keeper of the Light and Ascended Master is with you at this moment, this time in your life, you can book one of those at the link in my bio. Okay, let's see what we got for my pile 1 peeps. Interesting. There is only light, balance, career, and home life, surrender. Move these over, because apparently I've started doing 5 cards now instead of 4. Jesus, and music. So the music card says, to get your energy moving, play your favorite feel-good song and sing at the top of your lungs and dance until you can't anymore. So there's a really big message here around just surrendering your busyness, right? To surrender your schedule, to surrender everything that's keeping you feeling stuck. And I'm not saying like surrender your schedule in the form of like, fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever I want. But I'm really saying surrender your feelings of you have to be busy. Surrender your feelings of your worth being tied to your productivity. Surrender anything that you are struggling with when it comes to balancing your career and home life. Like if you find yourself working too much, or you find yourself struggling being able to work, because a lot of us are working from home. So it can be hard to have that separation between work and home, especially when it's the same place. So be very, very gentle on yourself. And if you set a goal, like let's say you set a goal to be done with work by 5 o'clock, but you end up working until 6 and then you beat yourself up about it, really forgive yourself, right? There's so much energy here around forgiving yourself. Because we're kind of in this unique situation where we've been in a masculine energy for so long, and it's been such a capitalist kind of way of doing things, where like your worth is measured by your productivity. So we're just like, okay, well, I'm not worth shit if I'm not outputting a certain amount of XYZ from here to here, if I'm not making progress, if I'm not making leaps and bounds of progress every single day, every single minute, every single hour, then I'm not going to be worth anything. Or, my worth is not going to be as much as somebody who is super productive and all that kind of stuff. And that's just a bunch of bullshit. Because right now, We're all being asked to slow down. We're all being asked to just take a fucking beat, right? Just take a fucking breath and realize that it's okay to just surrender the busyness, surrender the need to be busy. Like, I'm not saying surrender and don't do your fucking job. Like, do the work you get paid to do. But don't overdo it, right? Don't overexert yourself. Don't, you pile one people have got it going on. You're struggling. But what you need to remember is, just like this card says, if I can pick up the goddamn card, there is only light. There is only light. As I curse about picking up the card, there is only light. And, you know, this isn't that toxic positivity shit, like, oh, things are bad, just be positive. This is more or less letting you realize that you are a light being, you are a spirit, and nothing can get in the way of your connection to source unless you move it in the way. It's kind of like having a walkway, like going into your house, and nothing can obstruct that walkway unless you put something in it. So if I put like a sofa in front of my door, I'm the one that put the sofa in front of the door. So I can't bitch about the sofa being in front of the door because I'm the one that put it there. But I can also move the sofa and things are good. So move the sofa. Move the sofa from in front of your door, allow light to come in, surrender to having fun, surrender to breath, surrender to ease, and don't be so hard on yourself. And play your favorite song. This is one of my, you hear my kitty. She's being a little dumbass, scratching shit. This is one of my favorite cards in my deck because music is so important to me. And it's very, very important that we realize that music really can soothe the savage beast. Okay. So moving on to Pyrite, or my pile 2 people. Let's see what we've got here. I love this cloth. I wish it was like thicker and not silk. I say that every single time, but silk is just such a bitch sometimes. Oh my God. This is so cool. Okay. So how crazy is it that Jesus came up here, ta-da, and then Jesus came up here. Jesus came up twice, which is very interesting for reasons that I cannot divulge at the moment, but you guys might find out soon enough. But okay. Pile 2 people. You've got to like, you're holding yourself back. You're just holding yourself back. What's funny is there is a Green Tara mantra actually that I have been chanting, and I found it on YouTube, and somehow it ended up in my iTunes. I'm not sure how that happened. But I found it in the Kuan Yin transmission book. Had I known this was coming up, I would have like found the page for you, but I'm not going to do that because that's a lot. But it is Om Tare Tu Tare Tare So Hum. No, Svaha, not Soham, Svaha, or Swaha. I probably murdered that, but that's fine. Green Tara is, like, this book goes over all the Taras, like green, yellow, orange, white, black, blue. It's so fucking good. But I mean, if you know Alana Fairchild, then you know her shit is like top notch. But okay, I'm getting distracted. But read that book. You can get the ebook version of it for like $8, I think, because the actual book's very expensive. So thank you to the person who helped me out with that. So we have Soul Family, Work Your Magic, Green Tara, Expect Miracles, Jesus. So Your magic is found when you don't hold on to shit, right? Like, your magic is found when you don't hold on to grudges. Even the Jesus card, looking at this now, I'm like, God. It's time to show compassion and forgiveness to those ungrateful bitches. Take the high road and don't look back. Like, honestly, not everybody's worth your fucking time, and not everybody's worth your fucking energy. And, you know, forgiveness is also like the ultimate cord cutter to other people, to people who are just like not doing what they need to do, or to people who have hurt you or wronged you or pissed you off. Forgiveness is the ultimate way to cut that cord. Like, you can practice all the cord cutting in the world against someone you don't like. You can cut cords against Donald Trump all you want. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to talk about him, asshole. But you can cut cords to someone who wronged you. You can cut cords to someone who pissed you off. But if you don't like forgive them, and not forgiving them in the sense of like, oh, everything you did was totally fine, but like just saying, forgiveness doesn't have to be what you said. What you did is okay. Forgiveness can be, I'm not going to let what you did impact me anymore. Like, I'm not forgiving you. I'm forgiving, you know, this particular part. And by forgiving, I mean I am releasing this from my energy because it's not going to fuck with me anymore. That's what your magic is. You can expect miracles and work your magic. You can bring about miracles. You can bring about magic. You can bring about all of the things that you are wishing to bring about if you just simply realize that, one, you're already protected. Green Tara is the card of supreme protection. But Green Tara is also the card of luck. She is the card of abundance. She is the card of prosperity. And that's also what she helps with. So let me just go back, because there we go. So you are protected. The only thing that's limiting you, and this is just kind of like in the previous, the only thing that is limiting you are your limiting beliefs. So the same message as pile one. You're putting a couch in front of your doorway and complaining about how you can't get into the doorway. Like, bitch, move the fucking couch and you can get in the door. So it's kind of like you're sitting here and you're meditating and you're in this nice pillar of light, and all of a sudden you put like a boulder right here and you're complaining about how you can't get to the light and how things just aren't working out. Well, are you trying, bitch? Are you fucking trying? Or are you just complaining about the boulder instead of moving? So the Soul Family card tells you to lean on your support system. Like, we all have a support system. We all have, you know, and honestly, even if you feel like you don't have a physical support system, you do. But if you feel like you want to get in touch with your spiritual support system, these two decks are also used in the spiritual team reading, which seems like both pile one and pile two people could use. So go look that in my bio, because it's like my favorite reading in the world, because I made it. But rely on your connections, both spiritual, in the spiritual world, in the physical world, and like both. Really, 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 really rely on these connections that you have. And when you rely on these connections, your magic is unlocked. You can show forgiveness easier. You can cut the cords easier. And when you cut the cords, you're even more protected because other people aren't absorbing your energy and you aren't absorbing other people. And that's when the miracles happen. But miracles happen when you expect them. Miracles happen when you say, hey, like, I am going to expect a miracle today. I am going to expect something miraculous to happen. Of course, the miracle says that a miracle is a shift in perception from fear to love. From fear to love. So if you can take one thought today that is a fear-based thought and turn it into a thought based around love, based around optimism and hope and faith, then you've experienced a miracle. And that miracle paves the way for more miracles to find you. So if you liked this reading, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Give me a heart on Instagram. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow me if you're on Instagram and you're not following me already, because how fucking dare you? And if you feel called to book a reading with me, you can do that at the link in the description or at the link in my bio. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if this resonated with you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.